Alright guys, so we're going to do another video today looking at 3 different minimalistic camping setups. I'm out here with my friend Paul, and he drives this 2014 Chevy, and he's got the cedar truck camper shell, which was my last project, Camper 10.0. This is his maiden camping voyage. I came out here with my Subaru Outback. This is the Wilderness Edition. And then in the back there, we're with Mike, and he has a Toyota 4Runner with a rooftop tent setup. So what we're going to do is we're just going to look at each rig, and each of them are going to describe their little camp setups, but this is essentially a crossover, a pickup truck, and an SUV. So we'll go over and start with Mike. Okay, all right, so we're here with Mike, and Mike, why don't you start off telling us about your vehicle? What kind of vehicle is this?
It's 2016 Toyota 4Runner SR5. Has 4-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, A-track. Yeah, everything I need to to do what we need to do out here, off-road, camping trips and things like that. But here's my little setup here. I have a CVT rooftop tent. It has a 3-inch pad, memory foam pad. It's a good, nice little seating setup for, I would say fairly comfortable for 2 people. I don't know if you want to go up there and film that.
Yeah, it'll be quiet. And this ladder here is built into the setup, right?
Yes, yeah. It's a removable ladder. You can store it inside the tent where it's not used. It has enough space in there. It's an 8-inch rooftop tent, so you actually leave your pillow, you can leave your bedding in there, close it up, and be on the road. And
this, so the top is actually hard shell, right?
It's called a hard shell clamshell design.
Oop. Okay, I'm all right. All right, keep going. Sorry.
So, like I said, you have these little, bags here that clip onto the, these retainers up here. You can throw your shoes and any other items you want to bring into your tent. You can keep them on the outside.
And that's pretty sizable up there. What's the total length? It's got to be about 7+ feet, right?
Yeah, I can't recall the exact inches on there, but like I said, it's probably about 53 inches wide and probably around 86, maybe 86 long.
Okay.
There.
Do you know how much that whole setup weighs?
This one here is about 200 pounds, maybe 205 to be exact.
Okay, and then I see you have a this is a little sub rack system with
that's a up top overland. This is a full length rack. Yeah, so I wanted something that's going to be sturdy and strong enough to hold. So that's a 200-pound tent. So you want something that's going to handle that weight on top of that roof and distribute it, pretty evenly across that roof. Also, I also have it mounted by my 6 risers. They're 1/2-inch risers on there. Just kind of bring them up off the rack because the rattling. I had it down against the rack itself, but I had too much road noise.
Okay.
Especially off road, you get a lot of rattling from the rails. The cross rails on there, so I lifted it about 1/2 inch and put 6 brackets just to try to reinforce that. Just kind of worry about, you're going down the road and all of a sudden you hit something. I didn't want that thing snapping the bracket, sliding forward. It could be a disaster for anybody.
Oh yeah,
in for that. So
yeah. And then you said that to get this thing set up and essentially be sleep ready, you said it takes you about 2 minutes or so.
Less than that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of. I said, climbing up there, pulling the two latches all, open, lifting it up. So I can probably do it within 30 seconds and pop it open.
So pretty easy setup.
Oh yeah. And it's closing up too, about that long also, just to fold down. That's the advantage of a clamshell, is that you can, you take a lot less time preparing, sleep system.
When they say clamshell, what you mean is it got the hard bottom and the top. So
sure,
yeah,
right.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Clamshell, but,
okay.
Yeah, and it's a telescoping ladder, so it works. These, if I wanted to, access the tent from the other side, I can remove these or buy another set of those for the other side.
Oh, I see. So it's
right.
So whatever your preference is, but this side you set it up for a driver's side.
Right. And some vehicles you may access from the back. I just can't really do that because I have the lift off.
Well, let's roll around the back here because you got some setups on this. So this is the inside here, and you've got a So go ahead and walk me through what you got here.
Okay, so I got some Ollie panels here. You know, I like to keep everything up off the surface, the floor, you know, organized. Yeah, that's the thing with me. I like to keep everything really organized.
Yeah, no, very organized.
You know, first aid kit. I got some tools. You know, cordage. You know, just this is a really nice little system. It's magnetic. You know, it'll stick to this here, and you know, you can have your paper towels and move it around if you need to.
And then this is a drawer system here,
yes,
right?
Yeah, Kamal. I put this in there because the fact that it's, you know, utility part of it, I can remove it. I can put it in any vehicle. It'll accept the size of storage.
And how does it attach?
So it has 4 straps attached with carabiners, so it locks into
Oh, I see.
the rings in here. So forward.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Each corner.
I got it.
Has a set of adjustable carabiner straps.
So this bad boy stays solid.
Yes, yeah. So I don't have any shifting or moving or noise on there. So like I said, you know, I just felt like this is very practical because I can remove it if I need to remove it. I did add the surface on there because it had a bamboo surface which was very slippery, so everything would shift around.
Oh, I see.
So this gave it a textured surface. So you know, I said I got this through Amazon, and
It's got like a skateboard tape kind of thing.
right, adhesive, and you know, just.
And then now, if you now I know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said the table's removable. It slides back and forth, and you know, slides into the cabinet and not in use. So very practical.
Now, for cooking, you just use like a jet boil, and we'll just typically like freeze dried food, stuff like that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And then, as it stands now, do you have any mechanism for heating up there? Do you have like a little heater or anything? Or
No heating.
No heating. Okay.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like I said, you know, most of the time when we camp, it's fairly temperate. So, you know, this is considered a 4-season tent, and like I said, you know, I have a 20-degree sleeping bag up there, which kept me fairly comfortable last night. I didn't have any problems, you know, with the cold. You do get some wind noise, you know, especially with the gusts we had last night, you know, until they died down, and you know, it was just really nice and comfortable up there.
When you put the rooftop setup up there, did it have any significant or notable effect in terms of gas mileage or anything like that?
Oh yeah. You definitely you change the driving dynamics of the vehicle. You know, you have to be really careful. You know, it is. You can feel it's going to be a little more top heavy, so you have to be really careful with the lines when you're off roading. You know, taking the lines, make sure you're not off camber to you know, the point where you could possibly tip the vehicle. Like I said, you know, I have upgraded shocks on here. I don't have the stock system on this vehicle. What else? Yeah, so the gas mileage is affected. You're going to have a lot more wind noise, you know, when you're going down the freeway, you know, at speed too. On top of that,
yeah.
You can see on the side here, I did attach an awning to it.
Oh, okay.
So awning's been pretty good, you know, especially in the heat of the summer, because they have the extra shade. You know, this, you know, CVT awning deploys within, you know, a minute, you know, minus setting up stakes to keep it locked down.
Now everyone wants to know if you have to pee or poop, what do you do? What's your plan?
You know, either you come down off the ladder, right, or you have one of those urinal containers.
I was hoping you'd say that you just peed out the side of it, you know.
You could, you know, just make sure there's not a lot of wind, you know.
Mike, I appreciate it, my friend. And you said the word organized, and you absolutely are. You got this thing beautifully set up, and just everything has its place, which I like, you know, stuff like that. And I'm impressed. You know, I mean, I wasn't anti-rooftop tents, but I kind of, I don't know. Maybe it was something I never thought of. But now that I see your little setup, I mean, it's impressive, and I can definitely see why people like them. So, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. So you know, I have the ladder mounted on top of there. Yeah, it's you know, practical purposes. I can, you know, I have my tracking boards attached to it. I do have Rotopacks mounts if I wanted to keep another Rotopacks gas container up there or water. I can attach it up there minus these 5-pound gas. You know, gas container, propane tank.
Okay, got
you. So yeah, everything. You know, I'm thinking practicality versus, you know, we got looks and style. So
Oh, it's a beautiful setup. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, and we got a couple more things. So this is your lighting here?
Yeah, these are Meso Customs lighting. They're aftermarket lighting systems. You know, just it provides a nice bright white light at night when you need to, you know, do anything in the back of the vehicle.
And so this actually hooks, is this like, it like hooks into a factory spot?
Yeah, it replaces the factory lights.
Oh, okay. That's
Like I said, you know, if you look inside there, I've replaced all my headliner lights and my map lights back up front with the same type of lights. They will switch from white or red, you know, pushing the button.
That is fancy. That is nice.
But they're LED, so they're pretty efficient as far as you know, power usage.
Really nice setup. So one question is, my understanding is on these 4Runners, you have about 6 foot of length, like the seats fold down, which looks like you have the configuration here, and you could theoretically sleep inside.
Absolutely.
Is there a reason why you chose to go with the rooftop tent as opposed to just sleeping inside? Is it just space with the drawer system and all that, or?
That and plus, you know, if I would go out with my wife and stuff like that, I probably would need more storage in the back of the vehicle.
Okay, got you.
So it's more practical to have you know, say the old sleep tube pretty comfortably up there.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of space. You know what I mean? All right. Well, thank you, my friend. I love it.
No problem.
All right, so we are here with Paul. This is my latest camper project. This is Camper 10.0. It's a camper shell. It's made out of cedar, so it actually sits on the bed rails. It's not a traditional truck camper in the sense that it has a floor. And this is the new owner, my dear friend Paul. How are you doing, my friend?
Good. What's up, everybody?
So when we started this project, you had a couple key requirements, and you're a big guy. You're 6'3", right?
I am, yes.
All right, and my understanding is you wanted to have a good, comfortable bed platform, and you wanted to be able to sit upright inside the camper, and we're pretty close.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. It's not too bad. So you've had this for, what, about 2 weeks now, right?
I think we did our install about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and so talk to me. What have you've done a lot of customization, and why don't you just show everybody kind of your initial, because it's our first outing in this camper, right?
It's first shakedown of what I've dubbed Galapagos, because now I have a turtle shell on the back of my truck, and I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. Yeah. So when we were talking about the initial construction was. We've probably used this term to death now, but truck bed yoga, I didn't want to have to sit there and had to twist and contort my body in order to be able to put my shoes on or to get changed in here. And the design that we came up with, there's more than enough room. I was able to wake up this morning, put my boots on, no problem, without throwing my back out or my hip or anything like that. So it was, like I said, shakedown last night, first night, and I have not slept this good in years.
That's awesome. And the mattress you bought, you got a 4-inch memory foam style. Do you mind if I tip up a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. All right.
Very comfortable. A little stiff last night because I think it was probably low 40s, but body heat warmed it up just nice. And I did not wake up one time other than I got a little chilly, I think. Insulation wise, it kept it very warm, but as the night went on, I think just the temperature dropping because the truck bed itself probably got a little chilly. If I would have, I did entertain the thought of pulling out Mr. Heater Buddy for a minute to warm things up, but I just got dug down deeper into my sleeping bag and slept like snug as a bug in a rug.
Now, we insulated this inside with thin slit. What were you telling me before? You close the door and it's like a little...
a sensory deprivation chamber.
Because that thin slate is actually, it's both a thermal and...
sound dampening.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with the porthole, that one opened last night or uncovered, and that's kind of like what woke me up. Woke up with the...
the sun
with
coming
the
in?
morning nautical twilight. But in order to really make it dark in there, we can throw up a simple washcloth. Dave put in a couple of grommets, and then you can see example here hangs over the porthole. making it darker and providing me privacy, or for the opportunist to look inside and see what I have in here, at least I can hide that a little bit better.
I love it. It worked out perfect, you know. And this is just a little grommet kit. Would you say got Harbor Freight or something?
Harbor Freight.
Little simple hooks that worked out perfect.
Yeah. That whole thing cost $2.
And then, underneath here, this is the bed platform, and this was a repurposed bookshelf. And you got your little sticker platform, or you can throw a couple of your...
Yeah, the process of putting in stickers. I'm a former Marine, so of course we got to tag everything all up, and then I'm a wannabe fly fisherman, and I figure everywhere I go, I'll slap a sticker on here, and then I'm going to lay down a piece of felt, and then as I acquire different patches and stuff like that, I'm just going to personalize the inside.
And then, are you able to show real quick that those lids open up there? And you've, what do we got? 5 of those, right?
Got 5 of them. I think there's, let's see. There's 2 large ones like this one here.
Oh.
That lift straight up, and I have our snacks in there. Figured this one would be the one that I would put all the things that I would need to get to all the time in. And then we have smaller ones, like this is where I got Mr. Heater Buddy.
And so those are pretty easy to open. It's not a big issue with the mattress on there, anything?
It's not at all.
Okay.
Aside from a simple sheet, I thought I was buying a set, but it just ended up being the sheet. But once I get the one with the elastic, then I'll have no issues accessing.
And then, so we put a couple overhead lights, and then over here you got your little power bank, right?
Got the power bank.
And then you
storing
put
a
fire extinguisher back there.
Yep, and then I got my watch charging right now.
And then we also got some USB back there. You got a little shelf in the corner there.
Yeah, that was really nice to be able to put my phone and my other essentials on.
And we're gonna get you a heated blanket, and you can just plug it right in that cigarette lighter there. And
yep,
oh, this is another thing I like. I saw you got your little bungee system, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah, the way that it worked out was I still had these two hooks or
little
rings to be able to mount on, and what I thought was I would just be able to pack this thing full of coats, keeping it modular, but trying to negotiate this corner right here with the heavy tote. I'm old now, and it hurts my back, so I was thinking I was going to go with a more soft container approach with backpacks and duffel bags, and I put the bungee cord there in order to be able to hold them in place.
Perfect. And you got your fireman's axe.
I do. Last night we used it to chop up some wood for our solo camp fire ring over there. But I also have it here in the event that something really bad happens and I have to hack my way out of here. I'll be able to do so no problem.
Now, and then with these, people always ask, with these porthole windows, they open from the inside, and you got your tailgate. Even if somebody shut the tailgate while you're in there, you could still open up that porthole window and open the tailgate from inside.
That's after whoever closes it gets a face full of buckshot.
And then one final thing is, we had to kind of work carefully as far as the height. You wanted to be sit up in there, but you still, this is your daily driver. You still wanted the overall camper setup to be low enough profile that you can go through drive-throughs and stuff like that, right?
Drive-throughs, parking garages, the airport.
All right.
And so far, height hasn't proven to be any issue whatsoever. Tall, like I said, tall enough that I can do what I need to do in here. I have a small camp chair that I can put in here and even sit at a lower profile if I wanted to avoid inclement weather. I think it's overall design testament to your build is when we were driving out here, the wind was probably blowing a good 25 miles an hour. And as we were coming down to 93, I wasn't getting pushed over at all.
All right.
Even though it may appear boxy, it's very streamlined, and I hardly noticed it was there.
All right, perfect. Well, it's beautiful, my friend. I'm glad it's working out.
Yeah, it's working out great.
And this was a pretty something anyone could do with a pickup truck,
Yep.
So,
Yep.
All right, thanks, my friend. We'll move over to my setup. All right, and then this was my setup for the night. I wanted to try something different. I recently purchased this Subaru Outback, and this is a Wilderness edition. It's a little bit more geared toward off-road. It's got a little lift and a couple other little doodads. So I just slept in here. So the way that these cars work, kind of like the 4Runner, the seat actually folds flat, and it's about 6 foot of distance from the rear seat to the back. And kind of like Paul was talking about doing a modular setup, I just took a backpacking, or like a backpacking backpack, a pretty good size one, and I put in my sleeping bag, sleeping blanket. I used a jet boil for cooking too, some freeze-dried foods, and then just used the bedding system, which was I carried a down sleeping bag, a down blanket, and then this is just like a lightweight backpacking sleeping pad, and then I brought a pillow from home, of course, but then just slept right here in this area. And you know, it wasn't the best night of sleep I've ever had. This was the first time I've tried this setup, but it wasn't the worst either. It wasn't too bad. This pad was had some pros, but I think I might try a different pad next time. But the reason that I like this setup is, again, this is my daily driver too. So I wanted, you know, cargo space capability in here is important to me. I wanted to be able to convert it to where I can carry some wood or groceries or whatever, and I didn't want to pack out the inside of my car in a way to where it made it unusable. Plus, I still carry passengers occasionally. So my thought process is, if I can put everything inside of a, you know, hiking backpack like this, I can easily keep it in the car, or if I needed to pick up a few items, I could just easily pull it out because it's one confined unit. And the way that these cars are set up is underneath here is a spare tire, and there was enough room around the spare tire that I was able to put all my emergency supplies. So largely speaking, I can have the entire interior of the cabin relatively clear. I could still carry this with me daily, or I could take it out. And it's a simplistic system, but it's a versatile modular system, which makes it easy for me to use this as a daily driver. And at the same time, if I wanted to convert it to a camp setup, it works out pretty well. And like I said, it worked okay. The only modification, or there's 2 modifications I might make, is just change the pad. And then I even brought a little, you know, a small little power bank here, and I have a couple other power banks. I'd probably bring my electric blanket if it was a little bit cooler. I stayed pretty warm though, but you know, with a little electric blanket, maybe a little fridge, this would actually be a very viable camp setup, and it's low profile. I really am liking this Subaru Outback here. You know, we're out here in the Nob Hill area of southern Nevada. The roads weren't crazy, but this thing kept right up with the 4Runner and the pickup truck, and gets good gas mileage and very drivable to boot. And you know, it served its purpose as a sleeping platform. So I guess, guys, what the overall theme of this video is, we've got 3 daily drivers here, and we've got 3 vehicles that probably most of you watching have some variation. We have a crossover, an SUV, and a pickup truck, and these are 3 very different but effective ways to camp, and just want to show it off. So hope this gave you guys some ideas to take what you have and get out there in nature. Thanks a bunch.